Hey, Bugman026 here. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out for a minute while we take a look at another Fortnite figure. Today I thought we'd give Vertex a going over. Vertex is part of the second Turbo Builder set. He's packed in with Rabbit Raider. You get 27 wood, 27 stone, and 27 metal building pieces. You also get 4 weapons and 2 harvesting tools. Pretty nice set. It's basically the same set that had Jonesy and Raven in it earlier, but they've switched the figures out and the accessories, and it's still a really good set. Vertex is really an odd little design. I'm having kind of a issue trying to classify this guy. He kind of looks like a robot ninja. If you look down here on his feet, he's got his little Tobby boots that go up to his shins there, and he's built pretty slender and quick looking, but I can't figure out if he's maybe a robot ninja. He kind of looks like a Polaris slingshot that threw the wheels off and stood up and said, "I'm tired of riding, I want to walk a while." I got a feeling whoever designed this guy either rode to work in one of those Polaris things or saw one on the way, because this guy looks exactly like one of those, and I'll try to get a picture of it, and hopefully I won't get a copyright strike on this dude. Let's start up top where we normally do. He's got these weird little bug eyes going. Let's take a look at his face real good. If I can get the focus right, and it won't. He's got these weird buggy eyes that kind of bother me. I don't know. I can't get him to look quite right. He also has these dark spots on the sides of his head here. If you get back there and kind of turn him at just the right angle, he kind of gives you a Deadpool vibe. So I don't know if they were going for that or not. Kind of looks like maybe a, I don't know, dollar store Deadpool. I hate to lower him that much. He's got real good articulation. That's one thing about this particular figure, is he doesn't have a lot of stuff hampering articulation. His shoulders still roll up underneath this piece of armor here, and this little black stripe really fades away or tucks away and hides real good. So it doesn't do anything to hamper his articulation up there. The only really part that he has is this little spot right here on his abdomen. This little piece of armor comes down just far enough to where once you start to turn and get over to that thigh right here, it kind of stops and hinders his articulations there a little bit. But you're not gonna turn him all the way around anyway. He's got some really neat little spikes here on his midsection in his torso there. That is a really neat looking little design. He's pretty well designed little guy. He's got a lot of fine line detail, and I really wish this camera would let me get in close. I'm using a different program today, and it's not letting me do what I want to do. But he's got some real super fine line detail on his arms and his legs. It really flows all the way down to his feet. And he's got some really killer surface detail. And if we turn him around to the back, you can see the surface detail a little bit better. Here in the dark gray areas, he's got like a diamond pattern. Out here in the red, he's got little circles. Now down here on his bottom, it looks like a checkerboard pattern. And then it kind of runs into the circles again down to the backs of his calves. I'm not real sure what he's got going on the back of his calf right there. But it's kind of an interesting little design there. Reason I want to think he's a ninja is because, like I said earlier, back in the day, in the 80s, it was all about ninjas. I mean, ninjas. They were everywhere. It pretty much started with G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. Even kids that didn't like G.I. Joe and didn't like action figures had to have Storm Shadow. So that kind of set off this ninja wave that By the time I was 14 years old, you could feasibly be sitting on a couch in your ninja pajamas under a ninja blanket with a ninja bowl and a ninja spoon, eating ninja cereal, watching ninjas on TV. That's how ninja it got back in the 80s. So, yeah, back in that day, it was a lot of ninja. And it looks like this guy's trying to carry on the tradition a little bit. His paint work is fantastic. He's got a lot of nice little scuffs all over his head and his chest. He's got some nice silver work down here on his legs. A lot of little yellow pops as well. So he's looking pretty good. Like I say, he's an odd little figure. I do have a couple of problems getting him into a pose that I really like. But, you know, overall, he stands there and looks pretty menacing. He's bright on the shelf. He's very easy to see, not hard to miss. His harvesting tool is the razor's edge. Now explain how a robot ninja gets a fireman's axe. I'll never figure it out. But that's a really cool harvesting tool. I really like that, just that little piece of paintwork down here on the bottom. Really not necessary to be there, but man, it really makes it awfully cool down there. Now in this set, like I said earlier, he also comes packed in with a few weapons. There's 4 weapons in there, and I've chosen 2 for him. And what I've chosen is the legendary pump shotgun. And it is in the epic purple color. Really nice shotgun. Really menacing looking. And also out of that pack came the Cowboy Gun 6-shooter. I've been waiting for a pistol like this to come out for a long, long time. He is a little tiny pistol, and Vertex doesn't hold it very well. But I've got other people that can hold it better than Vertex could any day and look better doing it. That's Vertex, guys. Neat little figure. Comes in a really nice set. Like I said, he's packed in with Rabbit Raider, and everybody really wants that guy. He's a really cool figure. I'm going to try to get him up pretty quick. So leave a message down in the comments down there. Tell me what you think. If I haven't looked at one that you would like to see, you know, leave it down there, and I'll try to get my hands on it if I don't already have it. And once again, I really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with me for a few minutes. Every time I appreciate it. You don't know how much. You guys enjoy these Fortnite action figures. I'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.